やれることをやるだけだ。
Hey guys, what's up? Tyrant here. First of all, I want to give a massive shout out to Square Enix for inviting me along to record some footage for DISSIDIA. This video wouldn't even be possible if they hadn't invited me down, so yeah, massive props to them for that. So for those of you that are unaware, DISSIDIA Final Fantasy NT is the third Dissidia game in the series of Square Enix's franchise. This one is a 3 vs 3 arena fighter, whereas the other ones were 1 vs 1. This is my first time playing a Dissidia game. I've never played the series before. I am a huge Final Fantasy fan, but I never got around to playing the Dissidia games, so yeah, this is going to be a first time for me. So as you'd expect, all the favourite faces are here from Final Fantasy, all the main characters from each of the games. No one from Final Fantasy 15, although they will probably add them as DLC later on, I feel. I feel like there's a lot of opportunity with DLC, and this game specifically. So 6 players are playing simultaneously. Each of you chooses a character, and all 3 of you get to decide on a summon after you choose your character. And this is very important, and I'll go into that later on. So there's 4 different classes as well. So you have Vanguards, which are primarily power type characters. You've got Assassins, which are more agility based and speed and technical. You have the Marksmen, which are like range based, like zoning style characters, if you will. And then you also have Specialists, which are like completely unique styles and will probably require a lot more time put into them than other characters. Each character has 2 different EX skills, which depending on the class you chose, will do something relevant to that class. So for example, if you pick one of the Marksman characters, which is the mage style characters of the game, they might have moves that recover your team's HP, or for example moves that will give your team buffs, you know, things like that. Both teams have a life bar and a summon bar. You can see there that the life bar is split into 3 different chunks. So basically what that means is if any of your teammates die 3 times, the game is over and the opponent wins. If you do get killed, don't worry, you're not out of the game. You can respawn and get right back into the action, but the same person can cost you the game if they get killed 3 times, so don't be running in completely headstrong every time. So unlike traditional fighting games, which I'm used to, you have to first of all attack to build up your bravery before you can actually deal real damage to your opponent. So that number you see at the bottom of the screen, that's your bravery. So whatever number your bravery is at, that's how much damage you will deal to your opponent when you use your HP attack. And when your bravery number is purple, that means you are able to dish out enough damage to defeat the opponent in a single blow. So there is a lot to take in actually. If you never played this game before, it was a little bit confusing for me at first, but once you figure it out, it all just makes sense. It takes a couple of games for you to get into it, but it's really fun, man. It's really good. Final Fantasy VI is my favourite one of the series, so of course I was picking Terra, who is a marksman character, and I was just zoning the hell out of everybody. There are different attacks you can execute by doing forward and attack, back and attack, neutral attack, jump moves in the air. So there's lots of different variables here for the characters' movesets. It's really interesting, and the characters are doing exactly what you'd expect them to be doing in a Final Fantasy game. There's all different abilities that you're going to recognise from the series, and as expected, all the arenas are famous locations from the Final Fantasy franchise. So going back to summons, every now and again a summon crystal will appear on the field and it will alert both teams. So if you need to think of this like a Smash Ball in Smash Brothers, so everybody's going to be going for this because it's a big boost to your summon bar, and once your summon bar is full, you can activate this by holding down the touchpad button. It takes a little while to summon, and you are vulnerable while you do this, so you need to figure out a strategy that you will not be getting attacked while you summon. Once you activate the summon, which is a massive part of the Final Fantasy games, it will cause different effects to happen. So depending on what one you chose, it will do different things. Like, for example, Shiva will rain ice around the whole field. Ifrit will make loads of fire appear and crash down, you know. But they're not all attacking ones. Like, for example, Alexander will give your team a big boost in HP and make it harder for you to be knocked out, for example. So there's a lot of different strategies with that. So depending on your team composure, it will benefit you to choose one that aids your characters the most, which is once again a big strategic part of the game and something you might have to discuss with your teammates if you're really in this to win. So that's just a basic rundown of the game, guys. I didn't really go that in depth about everything, but I'm going to upload some full matches for you guys to watch, and I'm going to be streaming the Final Fantasy Dissidia NT beta over on my Twitch channel, which is Tyrant_UK on Twitch. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more stuff about Final Fantasy Dissidia, I'd really like that if you guys could let me know in the comments. Maybe give this a thumbs up or something like that. But yeah, let me know if you want to see more than just the traditional fighting games I play covered on this channel. But yeah, that's me done, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you want to see more of this, like I say. And yeah, I'm done. Catch you later, guys.
みんなと一緒でよかった。